Warning, spoilers for Rise of Skywalker. You have been warned. So, what does it say when all of your cast members, your main ones on a show, suddenly start to walk away? What happens when? That's what we're seeing with Star Wars under Disney. We're seeing all of the main cast members want to walk away, with some of them saying things like this. I mean, here's Poe talking about how I won't ever work with Disney again. Not that I won't ever work on Star Wars again, but I won't ever work with Disney again. Finn seemed to talk about the same things. So did Rey. And when we're talking about Rey and the other side of that Twitter ice cream scoop, Reylo, I can't believe I just said that. But yeah, when we're talking about both sides of that little bitty love fest, what happens? The other side walks away too. I would probably want to walk away from that character as well, but it says something. You get the big checks, you're attached to Star Wars, you still want to walk away. Are you trying to keep a little dignity? What's going on? What even more than this? Adam Driver says, I won't even go near this in the theaters. I want it to go away. Now, the way he words it, you tell me what you think when we get to the end of this, but still, I bet we get a tell-all sometime soon. So, hey there. So today, you and I are going to warm ourselves again by the trash fire. Give us a little bit of that SPF. Make sure you butter your back up. Now, before we get into this, though, before we get into more Ben Solo, Adam Driver seemingly shuts the door on Star Wars. If you like this kind of content, you want to help an umbrella out, well, consider subbing to the channel. Consider also interacting with videos. That means sharing. That means going out and hitting that wonderful like button, and also leaving comments. You can say SPF to the king, baby. You can say warming myself by the trash fire, anything that you like, and thank you in advance. So we're talking about Adam Driver here, and we're talking about Cinema Blend. Cinema Blend throws a funny shot right here, and I really want to go over this, and I'll probably have a moment talking about Adam Driver's character too. So they say, no one is ever really gone in a Star Wars movie, which is true. Yoda died in Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, but was featured in 5 other Star Wars movies after that. Harrison Ford, or Han Solo, was killed in Star Wars The Force Awakens, but turned up as a memory. Lulz. In The Rise of Skywalker. Lulz. That's how most of us feel about it, too. I wonder if Adam Driver feels that way, and that's why he walks away. I mean, really, think about this being your character. So you've been chasing Rey around to get her to join the dark side. It's just like a little bit of that peanut butter and jelly. You want to come together and, make the perfect sandwich. But, of course, Emperor Palpatine has to mess that up. So, of course, Mom comes in, she does something crazy, Force Ghost in herself, in Minecraft. And then after she does that, you're like, no, and get stabbed, get healed, and then you start having Force visions. Your daddy swaggers in one of these visions and says, son, I know you killed me, but come over here, give me a hug. And don't hug me too hard. You may think that's swagger, but I think I threw out my ghost hip. So after that, you're like, my mama, what happened? Why? And you throw your lightsaber off into the water and then continue being the worst character possible. Would you want that to be you? Well, apparently, I don't think Adam Driver wants that. And thank you for hanging around for that if you did. So we're talking about all of this. The reason that it's all brought up is recently an international outlet asked Adam Driver, would he be on for, say, bringing back Kylo Ren in a prequel or a flashback, to which Adam Driver emphatically stated, I love that descriptor there. That's the difference between, yes, pass me the salt, and you better pass me the salt now, smack at the table. Yeah, emphatically. This is not at all on the agenda. I like that right there. This is not at all on the agenda. I ain't never doing that again unless I'm desperate. This experience will forever remain one of the highlights of my career. But I aspire to other adventures. I always like that caveat there. Yeah, I'd like to dance with you, but you know what? You're all thumbs, you're all fingers, you're all toes, whatever, however makes your pants bad. I don't know, I don't dance. So, when you think about that, though, that caveat, yeah, never looks good. Now, they talk about how this is the anti-Mark Hamill, and that's true, but I don't know if that necessarily reflects on Adam Driver. I wonder, you see this attitude that comes along with, again, all of these cast members that are associated with Disney versus the George Lucas folks. Think about how many things those folks did over and over again. Even when they got bigger, they would still come back. Why? Because they were attached to it. Also, when you go with Mark Hamill, props to that guy, because whether or not you agree with him politically or other things, he has always been good to the Star Wars community. And they note that here, so props to him. Now, Driver then goes on to admit he won't even go near a theater playing The Rise of Skywalker this holiday season. By 2020, I want it to disappear. By 2020, I want to disappear, rather. I want to be forgotten so that I can be offered other very different projects. I want something very different out there. I want anything. Maybe I can actually be a manly man for once. I would try to be as discreet as possible during the holiday season because I hate drawing attention to myself. It may seem surprising to an actor, but I like to be incognito. One thing is certain, I will avoid the cinemas, and especially the places where we project a Star Wars. So, don't want to be seen around the movie, don't want to be around that, don't want to be cast as this kind of character again. It's interesting to already be saying that stuff about it while it's out in theaters, because you see so much negativity thrown around already. And again, while it's out there, you can see them bring up the fact that, again, we just looked at that, won't ever work with Disney again. That's good stuff. And everybody seems to be cutting loose, which they say. Fans are saying goodbye, cast is saying goodbye, and there are fans out there petitioning for a JJ cut of the movie. Oh man, I don't need that. I don't need that at all. 2.5 freaking hours of it. Yeah, I don't need 4 hours of that movie. Just telling me, plugging on a little bit more awful. No, let's leave it behind. Let's walk away from it just like Adam Driver. But anyway, you tell me what you think about this. When you see all of these people walking away from it, does that say something to you? Because it does to me. So anyway, ending this, I want to say this. I want to say thank you for showing up. Thank you for participating. You make this stuff possible. Disney forgot that. That is their problem out there. They think that they're bigger than the audience. I never want to be that way. Never at all. That's why I always try to thank you at the end of this stuff. You can sure help out with interactions, but you being here, that is the biggest help of all. So again, thank you for showing up. Thank you for participating. I definitely do appreciate that. And we'll be doing this stuff again very soon. Thank you.